Indeed, God's love is great. We ought to give him all the thanks, all the glory. We need to let him know that we love every single way, every single thing that he puts us through. We are enjoying it. We want more of it. And we are thankful for every single blessing and door that he opens before us. That was a very lovely tune titled Your Love by Cwesi Oteng. And so I have seated with me Herman Cyrus in Cwesi Oteng, who is popularly known as Cwesi Oteng. Good morning. How are you?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. You look good.
Really?
Yeah. Green is actually one of my favorite colors.
Really?
Yes. Like all shades of green.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
So you're doing two shades. You're doing olive. You're doing dark green. So yeah. I like what you're wearing.
yeah.
You look in that
I respect Joy Prime, so
Thank you for
I
respecting
have
us.
to come well.
Have you? When we were in the previous studio, did you come there
I've always been, like, for years.
for years? So our previous studio, you were there.
Yes.
Okay. So this is
I
your
love
first
this
time
studio.
in here.
It's just beautiful.
It's just beautiful.
It would be so cool for a live music recording.
Yeah, he literally did mention that off there. Yeah, it will be so cool because it's very spacious.
Yes, and the echo,
Yeah.
like, a lot of thinking has gone into the room.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you're thinking of coming to do something there?
It'll be fun. If you charge me,
Well,
it'll be free.
well, let's see. Maybe our producer will get in talks with you
That would be
afterwards.
cool, crowd.
Cwesi Oteng, how has things been? How have you been generally?
Wonderful. I've been fine. I was working on this project for some time.
Right.
And production is ready, and it's been released. And so I just, we're looking forward to see the song around the world.
You know, listening to this song, Your Love, right now, it's making me question what type of gospel music are you doing now? You understand me?
I like the question.
Yeah, because like the tone is quite different
Yes.
from the regular Cwesi Oteng
Yes,
that we know.
yes.
So, is there a switch now? What's going on?
No, there's no switch. I have an album called Anthems.
Okay.
Anthems album has such music on it. Like I grew up in my early music days was in church, Lighthouse. Lighthouse, the music we were bouncing to was Hillsong. And so that's the kind of music I've worked with every Sunday, every week, every Saturday rehearsal for like 20 plus years.
Right.
So my writing skills are towards that. When I started music, that idea was not selling in Ghana. So I have to not put emphasis on that because it wasn't going. So we had to have a strategy of mixing it up.
Yeah.
So that our music is
It
relatable.
can resonate with us.
And then
all that.
people also didn't think at the time that if you sing like this, you are Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Danny Nate was pushing it. Danny Nate was the face of contemporary gospel music.
Yeah.
And he was doing much, but he was not getting the recognition. He was not nominated for any award.
Any award,
He
right.
wasn't, yes. But at the time, a community had evolved in Ghana that he was like the front runner. And I emerged. But then I used a certain strategy because I had seen like what they were doing and what all of us were doing. And then I said, okay, maybe let's put in some pidgin and see how it will go. Or let's vibe it like this and see. And before we realized
so
electricity was happening. You know.
People were getting shocked.
Yeah, so we still do those songs. It's part of our repertoire.
Okay.
But then I'm not an artist who is driven by, okay, I did God that blessed me and it worked. And so
You have to stay
let
on
us
that.
stay there
Yeah.
idea. No,
yeah.
I respond to what God wants me to do.
Okay.
At the moment, I felt like emphasizing God's love in an era like we live in. Social media has given a lot of people confusions about their identity. People insult people anyhow and stuff. And so I just wanted people to have a clear mind that you are loved by God no matter what anybody thinks. And God's love is like a river that never runs dry, you know, like all the descriptions we did in the music, yes.
Do you always write songs after God speaks with you, or there are other mediums or channels with which you get inspiration for music?
God has a way of preparing a songwriter.
Okay.
And it's many times it's like you know, like what you're going through right now, God is preparing for a story. Do you understand? Like the people you meet, the experiences you have, and it's like that. So a person goes through certain experiences, then they come to accept that, no, this love is constant, this love is real, you know, and then that emphasizes like what the person starts reading about, studying about, you know, and a song comes out of such.
So with you
moments.
Personally?
With me, those things, like this song like this, the chorus, I was praying in the night, like 1 a.m., then I started singing it. Oh, great is your love for me. Then I write a song with one of my guys, Ames, so I sent him the voice notes. And then I started singing the chorus like when I'm doing stuff like, and so the chorus stayed until we started giving verses to it. I called one, a producer, Papite, he's a gospel guy, he produces great music. Then we went to his house. Then it was his house that we started writing the verses. But then after writing the verses, we had to go through back and forth, taking this out, putting this out, hearing something more powerful, and then exchanging. All of those things went into it. It's a song that I believe that when people pay attention to and listen, it will give people the right mind to face life. Because, I mean, it's great to understand that we are loved by God.
True.
Yes.
Have you always, or at some point, felt the need to constantly be releasing songs?
Personally,
just so that you can continue to be in the faces of them?
No. For me, no.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, it's really not like, sometimes, you know, like I can be there. I realize that, I mean, perhaps I've gotten myself broken by some things. I like to heal, you know, because it's a long term. I want to be singing when I'm 60. 65. Do you understand? I cannot be wounded by. And so sometimes when I feel like I'm broken, I take time and then I get with God and like I get myself together. And so people sometimes don't understand why when I produce works, it has a certain sharp effect. If people will pay attention unbiasedly and like watch this product well, you realize that the person was not sleeping when they are away. You know, like sometimes when people don't hear from people, they think that, oh, they don't have songs.
They don't have songs,
Or they are lost in that. Like, you go on social media, oh, he's dead, like all these sorts of things. You know, you look at this work and you can see that maybe an eagle has gone to the heights and come back.
But you did experience a little bit of break.
Yes.
I mean, for a while.
Yes.
And then you came back.
Yeah.
So within that period, before that period, let me put it that way, what was the reason for that break?
A lot of those are personal, but otherwise, I go with the flow.
Okay.
And I go with the flow, you know. And sometimes too, like, I make sure that I have the right capacity to be able to begin ideas, you know,
And when you came back, how has it been?
Awesome. We're picking up. We're moving forward. Of course, the product is out. I get to sit with you. We are moving small. Joy Prime gets to be playing it, you know, keep it on rotation because we are one family. You see, we speak English and we write songs in English. Oh yeah, how do I want to check this out?
Hey, you want to bring this speaking English matter? Cwesi wants to bring this speaking English matter.
But
Nathaniel Bassey.
Yeah.
It leads me to that question.
Yes. Great. It was a great statement he made. I think what Nathaniel would be saying, is that support English songs in English. Me, that's the thing I came to meet. When I came, Ghana was traditionally biased. We were traditional music controlled.
Okay.
And then I emerged, and then new faces of gospel musicians were emerging. Of course, now there's an international platform to take advantage of. And I don't know, sometimes we feel like culture is language. Culture has little to do with language. It's also engaging other cultures and exchanging ideas and arts and all those, you know. And many times our music has been a barrier on the international stage. No one is saying that don't write songs in English.
In your local dialect.
Yes. Add it. God bless me. I was coming home, I bring you now, the name in Suro. Wadom ne wa holding when she me so, you know. And so immediately the song was all over Africa, 2014. I received the award from Africa Gospel Awards London as Artist of the Year, Gospel, Africa. God That Blessed Me was Video of the Year for Gospel. And so I was inspiring everywhere, Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, everywhere.
So you would say that because you incorporated English...
It allows them to understand because
okay.
I'm not the only musician in Ghana. And so when international communities start gathering around something, Emoji released Be Lifted. It has over 17 million views. He's globally welcome to non-Ghanaian churches. Why? Because they resonate with the songs and they understand it. And so there's nothing wrong with that conversation that Nathaniel Bassey came to have.
But you know, when you look at, sorry to bring this a comparison in secular musicians, I mean, the likes of somebody like Sarkodie. Somebody would also say somewhere and say that somebody like Sarkodie has been doing straight away a lot of cheese songs.
Good,
and then
which
all
is
that.
great.
Yes.
But he punches in English.
He does.
And he understands the power of that English conversation also. He understands it. Ashake is not all English.
Yes. As for him,
good.
The
good.
Yoruba language,
yes.
yeah.
But there's also Wizkid and Davido.
Yes.
And Ira
Star.
And Thames and all.
She does a lot of PJ.
There's Adina. There's Kiddy.
Yeah.
There's Kwame Eugene, you know. And all of these names, that's like, I'm happy to see like when they travel to Senegal and all these countries.
Yes.
People bounce to their songs. A key has to do with them understanding you. That's why we are not dancing to French music or Portuguese music in Ghana, because they don't find us as a place to market because we don't understand. We virtually have to go to school to understand them. It's all right, but I feel like everybody must hit where their strength is. Me, if I didn't understand English or didn't know how to communicate English...
It would have been hard for you to go...
No, I would have made my tree international.
How would you have done it?
Me, if I didn't understand English. Oh, may
and to cover anything. Because it looks like with what Nathaniel Bassey communicated, he wants the gospel artists who sing in Chi, he wants them to be more international than they already are.
Yes.
So he's seeking that they speak more English.
Yes.
Yes. So
Nathaniel Bassey has Tobe Chuku,
yes,
Imela,
yes,
and all those things.
Yes.
Jesus, yeah, he has done it. Okay. So this person is not telling you that don't copy me. He's saying that watch what I'm doing and do some. Yeah. Yes. Because if you are satisfied with our international placing, I'm the one I'm on social media and I see what other people are doing. Sometimes, you know, you want to run and hide your head somewhere, because I also want to see our artists taking stadiums also, you know, and doing great things. Of course, any artist with any language can do it. We must just now think globally.
Yeah.
And then if we are thinking globally, a subject like doing songs in English shouldn't be a conversation in any community. It's part of it. It's not it. It's not all.
Yes. Yeah.
It's part of it. It's an idea that if you talk against it, then people are laughing at you in their house, whether like, oh, really? Yeah. So let's just support English.
Very interesting. Also, yes. Very interesting. Yes. You know,
you know something? We have crazy, amazing talents in Ghana here.
Yes.
That most of them don't want to even start because, like, they may not be understood by our culture.
Yes.
And we must be a place where people can express talent and be loved. Like, we should be open-headed like that, I feel. You know?
We should be open.
Yes, very much.
Cwesi Oteng, we would come to your love, the conversation
like the way
your love.
You hit my name.
But the way I mentioned
my name.
You know, because just about a day ago, you were trending on social media because of a statement that you made. You commented on the whole 24-hour economy thing by the NDC, saying that it hasn't been communicated properly. And I'm thinking that, and then in the first place, and gospel musician, the politics kakra fa ho bai.
Oh, send me a Ghanaian.
Yeah, Ghanaian.
But
don't
like
you fear that people would associate you?
I want people to associate me with my identity.
Which is?
Which is that as much as I'm a musician, I'm a Ghanaian that likes to talk on Ghanaian-related matters that concerns our development.
Okay.
Eventually, people will understand that. Maybe there's not been, but I've not been one who is afraid of who likes me or who doesn't like me. I came to Ghana music not being liked. I was not played. I was advised not to try it, and I pushed through. So usually, being liked or all those things don't influence my thinking.
Okay.
2, what I said about the 24-hour conversation, I felt like Ghanaians are willing to hear that conversation. And I'm like, okay, pick a crown idea and make it absolute, you know. And I compared it to what Free SHS was. They would do other things for Ghana, but they were crowning that thing, of course, so that the conversation is clear. Me, I'm non-partisan. I sit here, I don't belong to any party.
Okay.
I supported Free SHS policy.
Yes, you
not
did.
As
I was going to get there.
Not as a party card holder.
Okay.
But as a Ghanaian, I don't have a party card of any party.
Okay.
Do you understand? I sit here absolute, listening to everybody. I'm listening to Freedom Movement. Which one is it? The first. I'm listening to NDC. I'm listening to CPP. I'm listening to MPP.
All the parties.
My vote has to be earned. My conversation has to be earned. And it's not about meeting me in the corner or giving me money. I've never collected money from people to think, you know. I've always done what I've done as a Ghanaian, which I expect that we don't have to agree for you to love me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We don't have to agree. I just should respect you as a person, and I should respect you as an individual who has an opinion that might differ.
Okay.
But that whole conversation about, okay, he thinks like me, so I like him now.
Yeah.
It's a very old-placed thinking.
All right, now let's come to your love.
I love that.
Let's look briefly on your love. Where can we get it? That's the official video.
Yes, please. Okay. It's on YouTube.
Right.
It's on all social digital platforms for music, and so, I mean, let's support Ghanaian music. You know, I keep telling people that when you see me, don't see me like I'm a star or I'm something for myself. No, I represent you. I'm like the day are you or Asawajal or who? I'm like everything that represents Richard. Lord have mercy.
Right, okay.
So I represent Ghana.
Yeah.
Sarkodie represents Ghana.
Yeah.
Stoneboy, Shatawale, and all the Becca. You're representing Ghana right now.
Yeah.
Somebody will pick a show in Nigeria and will pick Joy Prime and will say that, check the ladies. You see the way they and they will use that to value a country. So it's about time we push ourselves and let and move to.
And that's what we are doing. That's what we are doing our very best to do right now. We are helping push.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, you're helping push. So the video is on YouTube.
Yes,
Your
please.
Love by
Yes,
Cwesi Oteng.
Yes, please.
Okay, and the audio.
Yes, the
on
audio
all
is available on all digital platforms.
All digital platforms. All right, Cwesi Oteng. Before you go, what do you have to tell viewers? And by the way, briefly, what do you have upcoming? Any upcoming projects?
Oh yes, okay. I'm about to launch my. I'm looking forward to do some 2 concerts recordings this year. Okay. Yes, and even that I had a conversation about it, but I don't think we have enough time to talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Maybe you should come again soon.
Yes. That'll be great.
Okay.
Yes, please.
All right.
Yeah.
Cwesi, thank you for your time.
I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we end the conversation with Cwesi Oteng.